What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Duel Destinies. We have just swapped out Miss Scuttlebutt for Mr. Newman. Mr. Newman is the now main suspect because of glowing fluorescent paint on his hands, which could have only been done by grabbing the costume that Juniper would have worn. Specifically, the court wishes to hear why you had fluorescent paint on your hand. It's plural, Judge. Why I touched the costume. I went to see Juniper in her dressing room, but she wasn't there! When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, what? The mannequin, it was on. It was about to fall on me. I got that paint on me when I caught it. But I'd never put it on. That's just stupid.
Hold it!
Your Honor, I recommend a short therapy session for the witness.
Well, Mr. Newman does seem particularly agitated, but...
Not again. What's his problem? I sensed it the moment Robin took the stand. The discord in his heart. So you think he might be hiding something? Probably. You ready, Mr. Newman? Let's see what the mood matrix can do for you. Boop, boop.
Da, 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 da.
I went to see Juniper in her waiting room. No emotions, apparently. But she wasn't there. Shock! When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa! Happy surprised. The mannequin it was on, it was about to fall over. Whoa! I got that paint on me when I caught it. I never put it on. That's just stupid. Angry. He had to catch the mannequin as it suddenly started to fall over. Even I can guess this one. The most natural response would have to be surprise. Apollo's right, so maybe I should try focusing on some other emotion. There are only two emotions besides surprise, and that's joy and anger. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to the anger one. That one seems interesting.
Got it!
Mr. Newman, this emotion is inconsistent with your testimony. What you talk about? It's not true. My only emotion is testosterone fueled stuff. Yikes! I wouldn't really call that an emotion. Wonder where I went wrong. Well, better try that. I got it wrong. So it's the happiness? When I walked by that frilly costume, I was like, whoa. So he liked it. So what? When you mentioned the stage costume, I sensed a sudden, powerful feeling of joy. Would you care to explain, Mr. Newman?
Wait?
Why would a frilly scarf thing in a long skirt make me feel like that? I don't know, but you seem awfully interested in that costume for some reason. You didn't happen to put it on, did you? Like I'd be into that kind of thing! I'm a dude! I'm into braces, not dresses! So, you're a cross-dresser, you say? You don't think Robin likes girls' clothes, do you? Oh, come on, isn't it obvious? Only Japan could get away with cross-dressers in games. Otherwise, you'd get the Christian community all in an uproar and rabba-dabba-dabble. You're enjoying this a bit too much, Athena. That's what I love about Japan. They push everything to the limit. No way, man! The mannequin came falling down toward me, so I stuck out my hands to stop it. End of story. That's a new piece of information. Time to run an update. Wait, isn't that the exact same as... I feel like that's what he said earlier. Even after that update, something just doesn't feel right here. Do I have anything that can prove this statement contradicts what really happened? So, is something wrong with the paint? Something must be wrong. Wait, where was the paint? Ah, okay. Nope, that's not it. What am I missing here? I'm assuming it's something to do with the paint shape. They did add this. So I guess it's because the shape is weird? I mean, honestly, it doesn't even look like hands to begin. Wait. What the? The thumb is on the... Ah! The hands were crossed. I don't know how that would have happened, but that's what's different.
Take that!
You said the mannequin came falling towards you, so you stuck your hands out to stop it. If so, then the fingers of your hands would have been pointing outward like this. But that's not what the handprints show. In fact, this looks more like just your thumbs and the base of your palms. Why did the Wolverine leave such weird handprints? You know why. You left them there when you went to adjust the scarf after putting it on. Just like the model in this drawing. Oh yeah, I can see it now. Whoa! Why don't you just admit it, Mr. Newman? You did put the stage costume on, didn't you? And you really do like frilly clothes, don't you? Fine, I admit to putting the costume on. But I don't like girly clothes, man. 90%? Okay, we'll be here all day, apparently. Yes, new information to plug in. Time for another update. I stuck in knowing the costume was in there. My heart was pounding, even though I'm a guy. What's with the sadness? I'm not even gonna waste time with the other emotions. That one's dead obvious, I think. There, another emotion that doesn't fit. So what? You're really starting to get on my nerves, man. Mr. Newman, you got excited when you put the costume on. But you also felt sad. Who cares if I felt sad? It's no big deal. Okay, Mr. Newman, out with it. Why did you feel sad? You're hiding something, aren't you? Ooh, no! You're not fooling anyone anymore. Now tell us why you're sad. Okay, fine. If you're gonna be that way, I'll tell you. The reason I felt sad is... No matter how much I dress up, I'll never be as pretty as Juniper. Well, no offense, but for one thing, he's a guy. And a real hothead at that. No, that's not it! I totally owned those girly clothes. I should have been totally pretty. But, there's something that keeps getting in my way. Wow, that's a whole lot of anger and raw emotion right there. His heart is crying out in pain. His emotions are out of control. Out of control emotions. We saw those during the Nine Tails Veil incident. So, all we have to do is find the source of his uncontrollable anger, right? Right. Help me look for a conflict between his statements and the images we see. If we can find that, we can wrestle him away from whatever's tormenting him. Mr. Newman said that there's something getting in the way of him being pretty. Something that doesn't go with girly clothes. How about that brace, for one thing? Fine, I'll testify. Man. 5%? What's all this then? Oh, it's the sped up version of the song. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh, yeah. Am I just supposed to probe everything? I don't remember how this works. I'm gonna... Oh, hello. I felt like a diva when I pulled the hood over my head. It felt so right. I was totally dressed up like a girl. Is it this one then? Bum, 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 bum. Wait, what am I supposed to... Okay. So it is the brace, but why would they make me point it out here? Mr. Newman, you feel a great deal of anger towards your brace, don't you? Is that what you feel is holding you back from being as pretty as you should be? Think. Huh? Mr. Newman, the truth is, you really want to take that brace off, don't you? No way, man. This is a symbol of masculinity. I could never take it off. But if you want to be pretty, why would you... Is it that you can't take it off or that you don't want to take it off? Oh, man. I should have kept my big mouth shut. Take it off. This is really weird. He exhibits intense anger toward his brace, which he calls the symbol of masculinity. but he can't take it off even when dressing like a girl. And why is he so interested in girls' clothes in the first place? I have a feeling we're on the verge of uncovering an earth-shattering secret that he is a woman! Boo! I'll bet you $100 bucks! $100 bucks! It seems Robin is still hiding a secret. A big one. Bigger than the fact that he likes to wear girls' clothes? How about the fact that he has no penis? Yes, at least I think so. No, it couldn't be. I just thought of something, but it's totally insane. Mr. Newman. Whoa. I'm on to your little secret, and if I'm correct, it's not very little at all. It's huge. This sounds completely insane, but it's the only possibility left. You hate girls. You're a girl. Mr. Newman, or should I say, Miss Newman? You are and always have been a lady. No, I'm completely serious. Serial. I don't have any direct evidence. But that's what Robin's heart is shouting out loud and clear. Hold it! I still think you've totally lost it. I mean, Robin reeks of testosterone. How could he possibly be a she? I, for one, have never seen a girl who shouts like a maniac all the time. And I'm pretty sure every time I've ever seen, which is a lot, in shows or games where a woman dresses up as a man, there's definite overcompensation. Oh, ho, 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 woo-hoo-hoo. I've seen plenty of witnesses in my day. But if he's a she, then she's the most convincing actress I've ever encountered. Therefore, let me pronounce my verdict. Robin Newman is without question a man. You are now truly Justice Dono's equal in one area. You are just as equally insane. Never in the history of this planet has there been a finer specimen of the masculine spirit. Oh, we'll see about that, buddy. I bet you $100 bucks. Take it off. Ooh, oh. If you guys are done talking about me, I'm... Okay. Hey. 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 Oh, the brace! It's... I'm guessing you have boobs now. Miss Cykes. No. Allow me to call you Athena. I wanted to keep this a secret at all costs. But... no. No way! Gunda! Surely this must be some kind of jest. You owe me $100 bucks. Nope, it's for real. I'm a girl, body and soul. If you don't believe me, I'll give you a peek. Ooh! As if. What an amazing transformation. Well, all the Discord is gone. The image is now complete. It's in the eyes, man. It's in the eyelashes. That's how they just go, oop. That's how they fool you. I was raised as a boy since I was little, and I studied law just as my parents wanted. But now, this living lie that had to be pinned to the ground, it's... oh, it's been blown to smithereens by you, Athena. Now I can stop pretending I want to be a prosecutor. I'm gonna be an artist. Yay! Oh, she's adorable. Order! What a shocking development. He really did turn out to be a she. Eee! Why is everyone looking at me like that? Tee-hee! I feel like a movie star or something. But no paparazzi, please. I value my privacy, okay? Rah, no pics or you'll regret it, man. Am I just imagining things? Or is Robin even more hyper now than when she was a he? I don't know. Maybe it's because she finally got her troubles off her chest. Literally. This is all well and good, but does he being a she actually change anything? The fact that the witness is actually a girl does change things, because there's now a piece of evidence that we must reevaluate. Very well. Let's see what the defense has for us now. What piece of evidence must be reconsidered now that we know that the witness is a girl? Is it the, what is it? Oh! Oh! A woman can be heard shouting, "You're a goner." I was gonna pass right by this. I guess it would have been pretty obvious anyways. This is what I'd like the court to reconsider. Oh? The tape recorder. The one that recorded the threat. "You're a goner." That's right. And we have already established that it's a female voice in the recording. Oh man, Robin, you're going to jail. Of all the students who could have moved the body before the mock trial was to start, our client was the only female if you exclude Miss Scuttlebutt because of her alibi. And that is why the tape recorder made our client the prime suspect. Ah, so then... That's right. The witness just revealed that she's a girl, therefore... If we are using the voice in this recording as the basis for hurling accusations, this witness must be labeled as a suspect too. Oh! Oh no! Wow. Talk about a sudden turn of events. You've done it. You found a hole in one of the prosecution's key pieces of evidence. Yeah, but wow, that was a lot of work for a single one.
Objection!
Not so hasty now. You're forgetting that only one person here was privy to the script. Ergo, Miss Juniper Woods is still the prime suspect.
Objection!
But Miss Newman hid the fact that she was a girl both at the crime scene and in court. I'd say that puts her in camp suspicious. That's not nice, Athena. How could you accuse me of being a killer? I mean, I'm just a weak, innocent little girl. Just thinking about that murder makes me... Whoa!
Objection!
Suspicious is as suspicious does. Undoubtedly, the witness does have some sort of connection to this crime. Perhaps our newfounded lady is merely feigning ignorance. We can surmise that she lent support to the principal offender, Juniper Woods. By leading Miss Scuttlebutt to the body, that would make her an accessory to the crime. How can you say that? I'm not an accessory to any crime, Mr. Birdman.
Objection!
Birdman? In any event, with the witness as an accessory, it explains quite a bit, does it not? And unfortunately, we're out of time, so stay tuned tomorrow for the next episode. And thanks for watching. Bye! Where'd he go? Oh. Howdy, buddy. Whoa. Yes, it is a lock. Oh, that's clever placement right there. That's a tricky one. Good thing I'm a genius. No, that's not it. You want me to use the key by dragging left. Did I just lock him in? That's what he gets.